Hello, Internet! Welcome to another episode of ShoutStone, and welcome back to the Cooldown. So, I wanted to show you another game that I'm a huge fan of. It's not quite as simplistic and, well, free as Cookie Clicker was, which I know I got some of you hooked on that, and I'm glad I did, because my evil plan has worked. But this time, I want to show you this game called Recettear, an item shop's tale. Now, you can find this game on Steam. It is from Japan. It's an import. It's been fully translated, everything like that, and it's just fine. Like, it's not really bad translation or anything like that. It's really well done. This game is great, and I'm going to show you all around it. So let me just start up my game that I've been playing for a while here. So, this is the one part of Recettear. You play this character here, and what you do is, as you can see, you run an item shop. And as you can see, I've got different pieces of like loot and stuff like that I have on sale. And I can put them up in display cases. I have, you know, spaces for on the window where I put all my most valuable things, because that's the best place to put them. And basically every day, and I'll kind of show you, I can sit down, open my store, and people come in. And eventually somebody will come and say, hey, what can I get you? And somebody wants to buy my tail item that I have up for sale. So the base price is $1,800. Now I want to make a profit, obviously. So let's say I'll try to keep it around 130%. So we'll try 2,300. Let's see what he says. All right. So he wants a little bit less. So we'll do. I'll be generous. We'll do 2,200. Let's see how that goes. All right. That's a good price. Boom. Money made. And as you can see, I also have a merchant level in the bottom corner there. And I can level up my shop and all sorts of stuff like that from there. So I can make money. So now somebody wants a bracelet. Now I need to see... In these cases, somebody will come up and ask for something specific. And I need to see if I actually have anything like that. And in this case, I don't have any bracelets or jewelry really of any kind. So, unfortunately, there's no way to back out of this and say, like, no, I'm sorry. So, the closest thing I'll have to do is be like, hey, you want some shoes instead? And that won't work out. So, I really have no way to back out of it. Alright, there's somebody else coming in. Let's see. Wants to buy my taiyaki. Alright, I can sell it for... Let's try 1,400. Let's see how that goes. Alright, fair deal. Cool. So I made an extra 100%. So basically, this is part of it. You open the shop and you sell stuff. And I'm going to show you the other part in a second here. Which is actually how you obtain these items. Now this guy is actually one of the adventurers I use. So I'm going to actually try to cut him a bit of a deal, because the stuff that he buys from me is actually going to benefit me in the long run. And I'm going to show you that once this segment's over. And it should be in just a little bit here. Somebody wants to buy the anti-venom. So let's charge him $670. We'll be generous. Alright. Deal made. Another sale made. Okay. Now it fades out. Day is done. So now what I can do is I have all these empty spots. And this is stuff, like if I pick a spot, all this stuff in my inventory is stuff that I don't have on display. Now you can see in the bottom there what the base price of any of these things are. Obviously I want to try to sell the expensive things, because they're valuable, or they're going to actually make me more money. So I'm going to try to put those up and move those. And I don't really have... Well, I have a cherry. I'll put that up there. Actually, you know what? I might actually put... I don't really have much else at the moment. Yeah, I don't really have much else. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the shop, and I'm going to go to the Adventurers Guild. Now from here, I can recruit Louis, who you saw purchase that bow and arrow from me earlier. If I pick him, what I can then do is see if I have any good food. And I'm going to try to equip some food for him. So basically, I'm basically equipping him for a journey. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and depart. I'm going to do, just so I can show you kind of the game, I'm just going to do the Hall of Trials. It's a little lower level for me right now, but I just kind of want to show you what's going on. So the second part of the game is this, where now you play as the adventurer. And as you can see, I just roam around this dungeon, and now you kill stuff. And I collect loot, and there's little things like that, and I collect ingredients, and I'll find out what those are when I get to the end. Now, the goal, obviously, is to survive. Because if I survive, then any gear or loot that I find, I'll get to keep. But if I die, I can only escape with one thing. And I want to keep stuff so that I can sell it in my shop and make money. Lots of ingredients right now. Probably just like slime bits, which is what they usually are from here. But it's okay. And you can see in the little mini-map all the different areas of the dungeon you've yet to explore. So this is, like I said, this dungeon is really, really easy for me. Normally I'd be doing the Jade Way one. And you don't have to worry about protecting Recettear. Ah, damn. Because they are basically invulnerable in here. And the story explains that when you're doing the dungeon, they're essentially untouchable and they can't be hurt. And like you saw there, one of the traps is sometimes a loot chest, like this one, or sometimes on like the last one, it's a trap, and it just unlocks more enemies. Or it spits out like gross crap that you have to deal with, but it's not a huge deal. Fortunately, you don't have to run around collecting all the little bits of treasure, and or at least like those little tiny bits of things, because they will come back. And you'll see that this is like a multi-level dungeon. And I'm doing a fine job of avoiding where the actual level change point is. So it should be probably right down here. I'm just going to try to get to that. Yeah, here we go. So I go here. That'll take me to the next level. And now we keep going. And there are cutoff points where you can basically leave after beating the boss character. And that happens, I think, every 5 floors or so. So that's pretty easy. I'm just going to try to flip through this. Hopefully I can find the transition points pretty quickly here. Alright, that worked well. You can see I also have that powerful swing that I can use if I really feel like I need it. But I don't. You can see there's these side attacks, which they do more damage if you can get to the enemy from the side or from behind. Far more damage than if you just approach them head on. A little bit of flanking damage, I guess, as it were. But this game is really a lot of fun. It's not that expensive either. It's a cheap little, well-priced game on Steam. I'll put the link to the game in the description. So if you have Steam, and I'm sure most of you do, you can get it that way. There may be other ways to get it. I don't know, though. Alright, here we go. We're going to go to the next floor. I'm going to try to just blaze through this so I can at least get to the boss. You can see there's all kinds of different critters and creatures in here. Alright, iron armband. Very nice. So let me also show you. I can check what items I have in my bag already, because you can see I have limited space. I only have 20 spots for things. So I'm going to want to be careful with what I've got. A lot of these ingredients are probably going to be very disposable. So I might just toss those if I start running out of space. Alright, use my big swing there just to clear the field. Yeah, no, this is a really cool game, and like I said, it's cheap-ish. It's not a high-dollar game or anything like that, and it is just a lot of little fun. I mean, this is just the first adventurer. I've been playing this a bit, but not a ton. I got it right at the end of the Steam sale, the last summer sale, but I've been busy with a lot of other things, of course, as of late. But I have played it quite a bit. I know there are other adventures you can unlock, some that may be a little more powerful, have a little more different abilities. This is just the first one you get. So, he's not the best. He's just very average. But average is fine when you're first starting off. And you kind of unlock him through the course of the introductory, like, tutorial type story as it introduces you to all the different elements of the game. Jeez, I'm getting my ass beat there. But my HP is pretty good right now because I'm way higher level than is necessary for this particular dungeon, so I don't worry too much about it. I have food that I've equipped just in case things start going really to shit. But, alright. So this is it, and now you're on the 5th floor, and you have the choice to head back to town. So I'm just going to do that for now so I can show you what we did. Dungeon's clear. Some dungeons will have more floors after number 5. This is not one of them, though. That's just like the tutorial one. So, alright, so now that I'm done, I have all that loot that I just got out of that dungeon. I got a ton of this slime fluid, which doesn't really seem to go very far, but it's kind of there as filler product if I need it. And I've got a bunch of other things. I think I'm going to throw that iron armband up in the window. And I think we're good. I think I can go one more round. Because you see in the upper left-hand corner there, there's that timer. And you can basically do 4 things per day. You have 4 like time chunks that you can use. Opening the store, I think, costs 1. And going on adventures costs 2. So I think I can open the store one more time. And then that's going to end the day. So let's see how we do. Alright, so somebody's going to buy that iron armband. I'm going to try to price it up to... Let's try 850. Let's see how the response is. Alright, so that's a little too much. So we're going to go down to... We'll do 800. Let's see how she feels about that. No, that didn't... Excuse me. That didn't work out so well. But hey, you know what? I mean, it's still a high-value product. I think I can sell that pretty well. A hat. Do I have a hat? I don't think I have a hat. I don't have a hat. I have a cherry. You want a cherry? It's not the best day at the shop. Alright. Okay, well now you want the cherry. Fine. I see how it is. You don't want to take my offer for the cherry when I initially offer it as a hat, but then you realize I'm right and it makes a perfectly fine hat. I'm wearing a cherry as a hat. See? I don't think that's a cherry, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. All right, now somebody wants to buy my armband. Okay, so let's start. What do you think about 850? Yeah, I guess I can go less than that. I'll go down to 800 for you. There, you'll buy it for 800. Cool. So that's really what this game is. Back and forth. Now here's my adventurer, Louis. Somebody wants a scarf. I don't have a scarf. Yeah, no, I don't have a scarf. How about a staff? It's kind of the right letters. I usually don't have what people are looking for all the time, but that's really it. When the day's over, you get a summary kind of how your day went, what you sold, what you found. You can also buy things, and I'll give you a quick look at that on this day so you can kind of see what that's about. So I got some news. Price of candy has increased. Alright, good to know. So now, sometimes this is the first news flash I've gotten. And you get like little story elements. And it's Japanese, and it's adorable, and all of that. Yeah, so it's just telling me, sell candy, because candy is really valuable, and I don't care, so let's just skip the event. I get the point. Alright, so another thing you can do, there's all these different areas in the town. I can also go to the market, and I can buy stuff. So there's all these different things, like here's some capes, necklaces, carpets, and you can see how much they cost, and I can resell them or I can hold them in my main inventory if somebody decides to ask for it. One thing I can also do is sell. Now I've got all of these stupid slime fluids that don't go anywhere, so I'm going to try to sell off these damn slime fluids that really don't seem to sell. And I can do that with anything if I really want to. Maybe the fur balls, I'll get rid of those. Those aren't going to make me much money. And do I want to buy anything? I could buy an adventurer's cape and see if I can turn a profit on that. That's a pretty nice item. Alright, I think that'll work. We'll just stick with that for now. Now, going into town costs 1 time unit, but I can do as many places in the town as I want. Like, I can go anywhere I want. As long as I don't go adventuring, I can still hop around wherever I want. Like, I can go to Town Square because that one's flashing, because it's probably going to trigger a storyline event. What's wrong? My dolly. Aw, shoulder's been ripped. Blah, blah, blah. So apparently I fixed her dolly. And, yeah, so I fixed the dolly. That triggers just another random event. Yeah, so my partner in business is a credit collecting fairy. That's really the best thing I can say. She is a fairy who initially came to me because she was going to take money. She needs money. I guess my father owes money, and he's gone. So she convinced me to open up a business, and I named it Recettear, because my name is Recet and her name is Tear. So, Recettear. I'm clever that way. So as you can see, I haven't done anything yet. When I just go to town, it doesn't do anything. If I go back to the shop, it costs 1 period. So that means that going to the shop and going to the town and coming back costs a period of time, or going into adventuring will cost 2 periods. So, now I can also go to the Merchant's Guild, and I can buy stuff here. And he also has stuff that I can buy. And I have quite a bit of money, but I don't want to spend all my money, because let me show you this here. I have to pay this debt that is owed. And you can see on the calendar here, I have to pay 30,000 by the 15th of this random wild month, which is 36 days long. So I have to pay it by then, so that I progressively make larger and larger payments. But of course, the further and further you get in the game, the higher end dungeons you can do, the more money you make, and the easier it is to hit those targets. So, I can. He sells mostly weapons and armor and things like that. There's some hats. I could buy the warm hat. Let's buy the warm hat. Alright, I'm not going to deal with anything else, but there's a lot to this game, and it is really a lot of fun. So I'm just going to go back to the shop, and I'm going to end it right here. Now, I have been playing this game on a controller. I highly recommend you play it with a controller, because if you don't, it's going to be a giant pain in the butt to play on the keyboard. It is designed around a controller, so I recommend doing that. But that's about it. So I'm going to just end it right here. Thank you so much for watching. Link is in the description if you want to play this game for yourself. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. And that's all. I'll be back tomorrow with more Hearthstone action. And I'll be back every single day with more videos. You can also like this video, leave a comment if you have any particular games you'd like to see me play on the cooldown. Let me just explain real quick. There are some games I will not play on the cooldowns simply because they're just overdone. Amnesia, Happy Wheels, Minecraft, World of Warcraft, anything I have to pay monthly to play, I'm not going to be doing that. I have Warcraft, but I've long since canceled my subscription. So, those types of games I'm not going to be playing on this channel. Hearthstone is the only other Blizzard game I'll probably play on here, but if you want to see me play Diablo or StarCraft 2, I have those and I'll play them too, because those don't cost me anything to play. But anyway, yeah, leave a comment, let me know what you want to see me play. Hopefully I have it, or I can get it cheap. Or if there's a game you really want me to play and you want to send it to me, by all means, do it. I'm fine with that. Yeah, anyway, that is going to do it. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I will see you all next time.